Once you've verified your email address, you'll log into your dashboard. And this is, I guess, a high-level overview of all of your products or listings that are on the site and any bookings or sales that have come through for you. Just hovering over the navigation bar, you'll mostly be using the tab My Account, but there are also tutorials under support. You can contact me here, and you'll be able to manage all of your inquiries regarding your listings, products or services through the dashboard as well, and also respond to any customers asking any questions. But today we're going to go through 4 simple steps in order to get started and to get activated. So we're going to use your Get Started tab. To do that, you want to go to the Get Started tab. Step 1, personalize my profile. Populating this page is really straightforward. You just want to include details around you, your business name and your business location. You've also got the opportunity to add in an image of you or you and your team. And you've also got the opportunity to add in a business logo here as well. You can include a brief business description, which may be, I guess, a welcome message to couples or customers that land on your vendor profile. It can also be your high-level marketing elevator pitch as well. Detailed business description is providing, I guess, a bit more information around you, the services that you provide. Maybe it's the story behind you and your business and how you came to be, or this could also be the vision for your business moving forward. A lot of the language on this site is quite specific to products. So as a service-based vendor, we do recommend just leaving these ones blank. It's very specific to delivery or shipping. Any other information, if you'd like to include any other information regarding you and your business or your services here, you can do so. And product return or exchange timeframe does not apply to vendor-based services, so you can also leave those items free as well. Business policies or terms and conditions, these are any sort of business policies that you may have. These may be the factors that you think are important for couples or customers to know before they make a purchase or book your services. Scrolling down and adding in your profile banner image. So this is just the ability to upload a clear photo that represents the style of your brand. And you want it to be something that's going to make a strong impression on couples or customers when they land on your profile. So all you need to do is hit the upload banner image button here. After you've done that, you can hit save changes. Now, at any time when you are editing your profile, if you head up to the nude bar at the top of your page, you'll see a view profile button. This will take you to your profile page, and you'll be able to view your profile as a customer or a couple would be viewing your profile when they land on your page. The next step is adding in your payment details. So we want to hover over Get Started again, and we're skipping step 2 for now and heading straight to step 3, add my payment details. So this is just inputting the nominated bank account in which we transfer into once the sale has been made through the Two Lovers platform. So just inputting all the details and then hitting save. The next step is enabling your shipping. So we're going to go to the Get Started tab and we're going to head to step 4, set my shipping. Now for my service-based vendors who may not ship products or require shipping details, what we're going to do is we're going to actually set your default shipping method as free shipping. So we're going to go to the 3 little blue dots and we're going to hit enable. And then your free shipping will be highlighted in green. And then we're going to head to the 3 little blue dots again. And you want to set that one as your default. We want to set it for all products, old and new. So that way, when you're uploading your packages or your listings, it's always going to be set to free shipping. So the next step is adding in your packages or your service listings. So we're going to go to the Get Started tab again, and we're going to go to Create Product/Service Listing. So this is the page. Once you upload a few of your packages or a few of your listings, it's going to list here, but because we don't have any just yet, we're going to go to the top right and we're going to go to Add Product. So when you're adding your packages or your service listings, we just want to go from top to bottom and making sure that we're populating all the fields that are marked with the red asterisks, just so that we can save the page. So for this item, I've already started to populate some of the details, and I'm going to include a test listing just to go through it with you. So for this one, I'm going to select generic listing or product. You have the option of selecting generic or digital. The difference between generic and digital would be something that the couple or the customer would download once they have made the transaction on the site. So an example of this would be a wedding e-planner or a digital save the date design or an invitation design. So for this one, we want to select generic. Now with photographers in particular, some photographers do select the digital option because you can download the library online. However, because you send the library or you send over the images after the event has taken place, then we still want to stick with generic listing or product. So listing title. So you want to be really descriptive of what your package or your listing is. So you can notice that in my title, I've got the duration. I've also got what the service includes. And if I wanted to include my location, I could also do that as well. This is just going to really help our couples when they're searching for particular services within different locations. Now going down to listing type, this is a drop down menu. So I'm going to start to type in photographers and then just select my option. We then want to add some images to support your service package or your service listing. So we're going to go over to listing image on the right hand side, and we're going to go to upload images. So we can select from our own library the images that we want to upload in order to support what our package or our listing is. We really recommend using some high quality imagery, and we also recommend using any real wedding images that you may have. If you do have any questions or queries regarding the type of images that you upload, please contact our vendor support team. Otherwise, we've got some information on our vendor support page as well that you can refer to. Now going down the page, detailed listing description. So you want to be really detailed in what the type of services that you provide within this package or within this listing. So for the sake of this exercise, I've included information around my 5-hour elopement package, which is really clear and descriptive of what I include. So I've got the 5 hours coverage, it's included of high resolution images, and so just really clear of what this package is inclusive of. I've also got details around what can be added on to this package, and we're going to add these add-ons through variants later on in this tutorial. And then I've also got the areas where I'm based and the areas in which I'm happy to travel to perform this service or this package. I'm also giving my couples or customers some instructions on how they can customize this particular package, or if they have any queries or questions regarding this package. I've also given them instructions to ask the vendor any questions through the message vendor function. I've also included that this package is available with a 50% deposit or the full amount is accepted. Now, going into areas of operation. So areas of operation / servicing locations. This is really important for you to populate, as this is inputting all of the locations in which you are happy to operate within. We are finding a lot of our couples, a lot of our customers are firstly searching via location. So when you are selecting your location tags, this means that when couples or customers are searching via these locations, your services and your packages are showing up under their search criteria. So really important to include. So I've included Sydney because that's where I'm based, and I've also included Hunter Valley and the Central Coast because that's where I'm happy to travel to. Now we're going to allocate those certain travel costs later in our variants, which I'll go into detail later in this tutorial. But you can also refer to our other tutorial, Variants Explained, for further details on how you can add your variants. Listing policy. Now, if there is any certain terms and conditions or business policies that are specific to this package or this listing, you can include them here. Now, going over to the right, I'm going to go to collections. Now, collections are really the front end categories in which our couples or our customers are searching for you by. So this can be in terms of your service, your type of service that you provide. It can also be the style in which you identify your service or your listing to be qualified under. So scrolling down, it's really quite simple. You just want to tick the boxes that are relevant for you. So I'm going to tick photographers, and then I'm going to just scroll down, and I can also select the type of style if I choose to do so. So I can select beach, I can select garden, or anything that is relevant to you and your style. So with my shipping, as a service-based vendor, because you don't require shipping, what we want to do is you can either hit the ticker box requires shipping, and because we've enabled our free shipping as our default, it's just going to show up there. The best way to describe a variant is something that's going to inflate or affect the price of your starting base rate. So for this exercise, we have identified as our starting price is $2,000 for this particular package. Now, in my description, I did outline that I do have the opportunity to provide add-ons for this package, and I've also outlined that I provide travel costs as well. So using the variants and utilizing the variants are the best way to do that. So what we want to do is we want to go to add variant. We want to hit OK, and we want to enter in the variant option. So add ons. So what we want to do is provide the option not to add anything on, and then we want to add on 1 hour. 1 hour. We can do 2 hours. Additional photographer. We're outlining all of the selections or the add-ons that we have to this particular package. Now I'm going to be able to allocate different pricing for each of these selections a little bit later on, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. Now, as explained before, you can also use your variants to provide your travel costs or your additional travel fees. And what we would recommend is using the locations in which you've already identified you are happy to travel to. So for instance, for the sake of this exercise, okay, we can travel to Sydney because that's where we're based, and we probably wouldn't provide a travel fee or a travel cost for traveling to Sydney because that's where we're located. However, I have mentioned that I am happy to travel to Hunter Valley, so I'm going to include that as a location, and I'm also going to input Central Coast. And just for your information, I am just typing and hitting the enter button on my keyboard. So what we want to do now is we've entered in all of our variant options and the possible variant values. Now what I want to do is I want to go down to save changes. And now I'm going to show you how I can allocate the different pricing for each variant option. So what you want to do is you want to set your flat rate for your variant option 1 and your flat rate for variant options 2. So for instance, I'm going to charge an additional $100 for 1 hour, and my travel fee to Hunter Valley is going to be $150. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit details, and I'm going to edit the pricing based on my variants that I've selected. So the first one is no additional add-ons and located in Sydney. So I'm not going to add on any additional price to that particular package. So no additional add-ons, but I'm traveling to Hunter Valley. So I might add in the additional $150 here. No add-ons, and I'm traveling to Central Coast. So I might only charge an additional $100. So now I'm adding on the additional hour, and I'm based in Sydney. So the additional hour would be $100, and there's no additional charge for Sydney. So what you're doing is you're just adding on and doing the multiplications and the additions for all of your variants based on your flat rates. When utilizing your custom options, think of this as an opportunity to capture more data from your customer or your couples before they check out or at checkout. So examples of this could be, the first one could be asking for the event location or venue. You could also include, say for instance, if you provided different flavors, an example would be gelato cart. So if you provided customers or couples with the options to choose their different gelato flavors, you could ask them to provide them here. And for any florist vendors or any vendors that request your couples or your customer to upload a file, you can do so as well. So what we want to do is we want to provide our customers with the option to input text within a field. So a text field is the top one. A text area is providing your couples or your customer the opportunity to provide more detailed text. I definitely recommend this option for invitations, save the dates, and any stationery that requires customization, and the opportunity to upload a file. So say for instance, if you were doing name tags and you requested a file that had all of the names included, you could ask them to upload that file. So this is just an opportunity to reduce that back and forth communication after the purchase has been made, so that you've got all the information up front that you need in order to execute this listing or this package. Once you are happy with all of the information that you've input, and remember you can come back to edit this at any time, you want to hit save changes, and you have just created your first service package or your first service listing. Once my booking calendar has been activated, I want to select all of my packages, inclusive of all of the variants, and I'm going to hit choose action, and then I'm going to overwrite specific days. Now, when you're overriding specific days, this is really just identifying all the dates in which you're unavailable. So my advice to you is pour yourself a cup of tea or a glass of wine, depending on what time of day it is, and get your calendar ready to block out all of the dates that you're not available for either the month ahead or the year ahead, completely up to you. So what you want to do is you can either select a particular date, or you can also select a duration. So say for instance, you were to go on holidays for a week, you can select those dates in which you're unavailable for. So I've already added a few down the bottom, but once I mark out a date that I'm not available, I just want to hit the green button add, and that's going to show up in my list of unavailable dates down the bottom. Once I've uploaded all of my dates that I'm unavailable, I want to hit save, and that's going to upload automatically, ready for your customers and your couples to book your service.